Good morning and hello. This is actually going to be the very beginning of the YouTube video, but let me show you what footage I got when I was on the way here and when I actually landed.
Hello, this is VoiceOver Joe. Hope you enjoy this. But the Raleigh airport, there was no issues. The flight over was actually really nice and peaceful. We ended up getting switched around so a family could like sit together. But yeah, the views were amazing and peaceful. Hello, everyone. We are finally making it in Norway. Excuse that close up, but we finally landed. Now we're gonna go get on a train ride and we're gonna go see where that leads us, and then we're gonna see what happens. Let me tell you, public transportation is amazing. It carried us through the whole country. It was pretty much flawless up to a certain point, minus construction. And we even came across a bunch of locals that were super helpful and nice. It was a very good first experience, especially being, 20 hours without sleep.
So, you saw all that nice, beautiful things. You saw the nice nature. You saw the city. Yeah, well, so we got to our hotel, and the hotel sold off our reservation. So me and Ryman over there have been scrambling last night to get somewhere, but we actually were able to find a place for one night, and then we got a place for the rest of the time we're here. So yeah, for some place built in 1692, they don't know how to keep a reservation, and they sold it off. But anyway, we're going to go around. Today's kind of a free day. We're going to see what we can get up to and see what beauty we find.
Big travel tip if you're going to Norway, or I guess anywhere in the EU, go to home hotels. They give you breakfast, tea time, and dinner for free. Saved us a lot of money while we're here. But I did come across the best fried chicken I've ever had, and when it's raining, this country is still so beautiful.
It's a big ferry, because the one in North Carolina only holds like 10 to 11 cars, if that. It probably holds about 100, 200. I honestly forget how, functional public transportation works around here, Also, this is the hotel that saved us. Very good, very nice. Very nice people, too. Found this nice building as well. And there's a nice little outdoor amphitheater, too. I wish America really cared about fitness like this. It'd be nice. Would be very nice.
So after making our way to the new hotel, Hotel Atlantic, we dropped our luggage off and we were walking through the town of Sandefjord, which is a beautiful city that won over my heart. Well, they call it a village, but it was so nice and peaceful, and we just ended up enjoying the walk all the way to RetroMessa, which was kind of a mistake in my opinion.
So it is 9:50 in the morning. And it's nice and quiet. As you can tell, I've been hiking 2 miles because someone wants to go hiking, so we did. Now I'm taking a video of me. It's nice to get out and be, full of exercise, but when you wear blue jeans, it sucks.
So after we walked all the way to RetroMessa, where they were holding the event, which the venue was very beautiful, and you'll see in the actual con vlog, we found out we misread the email and we got there a little bit early, aka a day early. So we ended up walking back, and we ended up going to this whaling museum, which you're seeing in the background here. But I just want to take a minute and talk about some notes I made. The country is very beautiful from everything we saw. I love that everything is like walking distance. Safety is super big and a huge priority in this country, and it shows, from kids walking to doing different chores and errands early in the morning by themselves to just being able to walk anywhere and just feel better. And don't get me wrong, every country has its own problems, but some people dress it better than others. This whaling museum, by the way, I really want to just talk about real quick too while the footage is going. It's super cool, very well done. Everything is so well preserved. All the whale bones and stuff you see are real. These are all real taxidermied animals from back in the past. And they did very well in teaching people that, you know, whaling, while it is part of the culture of Norway and Sandefjord itself, you know, it's bad now, and people didn't heed the warnings back in the day. And there were some quotes that I took pictures of, which, you know, it speaks for itself. And I think they did a very good job getting the message across and teaching the future generations that, you know, while it was good in the past, it's not good now.
Kind of deep down there. Small bathroom. We were in a whaling museum, which I don't blame you if you don't want to watch that part, but we are actually on one of the ships that they preserved for history, so let's keep looking. Oh wow. I'm okay with that too.
So after the convention, we decided to walk through the town and just explore a little bit. And in this footage, you see how peaceful it is. Basically, the streets got rolled up at like 8, 9 p.m. And there were some people out and about, but it's nice, peaceful, and safe.
All right, cool. We just finished the concert. It was very good. You'll see little bits and pieces. I don't know where those are going to go in, but they're going to go into somewhere. So now we're walking the streets and enjoying things. Worst comes to worst, we'll go on to the next day. Zoom, zoom, zoom. Zoom, zoom, zoom. Good morning, everyone. As you see behind me, it is 7:30 in the morning. This town is nice and quaint. I'm probably the loudest thing on the street minus a car going by. It's a different pace and walk of life around here. It's very nice. It's my speed, which I really like. Because during the day, people get their stuff done. At night, they relax, drink, have a good time. And in the morning, wee cracks of the morning, they sleep. It's what I like. But let me show you what's around town at this very beautiful hour.
So in the morning, everyone's still asleep. Everyone kind of stays in bed till like 8, 9 o'clock. I think this is about 7:30 or so when I started walking around the town and just taking in and soaking in the sun and the nature and the beauty that this town actually has to offer. And I do want to say there was like I think a rumor going around, because there was a couple times where I saw people pointing and saying Southern boys and stuff towards us, and it wasn't like anything bad. I mean, we helped some people get directions and was very nice. And then when I was by myself, to help a couple people find like directions and stuff with tourists that were in the area, aka I had my phone and I was just looking stuff up. But we, I guess, have a legend of us going around. I don't know, but overall, just enjoying the nature and beauty itself. So after all this, we ended up walking to RetroMessa, and we took some detours, and it did not work in our favor, and we walked an extra like couple miles, and needless to say, I was in blue jeans, sweating buckets, and I was slowly dying on the inside. But I started feeling good. Getting that exercise really does make a difference, and you can't really do that in the United States without worries of stepping on needles, getting stabbed, homeless people attacking you, that kind of thing. So after the first day of RetroMessa, we ended up walking back to the hotel and just soaking in the atmosphere once more. And I really do suggest you go check out the vlog that is the con. The atmosphere is so different from video game conventions and such here in the United States. Everyone was more friendly, no one was pushing each other, everyone had common courtesy, and the whole pricing is way different compared to the regular EU and North American markets for games. For example, Pokemon Coliseum is $200 basically for the North American version. I found a copy there for $90, and I was super tempted to buy it to flip it. There was a couple things I wanted to buy to flip, but I decided against it, more due to, you know, being limited on space. These glasses are screwed. Anyway, good morning, everyone. This is day 4 or 5. I don't know where we're at this point in Norway. We're just relaxing. We're having fun. We're going to walk around town. We spent a lot of the morning just for us. Everything doesn't need to be on camera, but we're going to walk around the town again. And we're going to see what we can find. There's a strip mall down the way. There's a secondhand store we're going to check out. And then there's the local card shop that I'm going to. I met the owners yesterday, so we're going to go over there, check them out. And I pulled something on stream yesterday from the Final Fantasy packs, so I'm going to go probably trade all those in, because I don't have any need for them. I just gambling to see if I get anything from, you know, Final Fantasy 13. That wasn't from 13, so we'll see what I can get, and we'll see what those packs have to offer. But let's see how this day goes. So this was the last day we spent in Sandefjord before we, you know, had to get on a plane and such. So we ended up walking around town, going to a mall that I randomly found when I was exploring by myself. And we're off by a day on the vlog, by the way, because, you know, we took time for ourselves to enjoy this country that we got invited to. So, you know, not everything has to be on camera. But it was very cool to see this mall built into the infrastructure with houses on top. Just being within walking distance of everything. You have clothes, you have furniture stores in there, you have books, you have grocery store. It's nice to see this because, you know, you really don't see this in America unless it's like, you know, in a big city. Cool, I'm looking. Yep, they still got it here. He hasn't destroyed this country yet. I also was able to find this card store in Sandefjord, which is the first in 20 years or so to be open, which is amazing. And a lot of people in this town are happy that this, you know, game store exists. And I ended up meeting them and talking to them at RetroMessa, as well as, getting to talking with the owners. It's actually a really nice, cool little store. Make sure to check them out over on Instagram by the name with the same name.
Maybe that tastes like now.
Yeah, exactly. Anyway, yeah, this is the Crumb Shake, the thing that's banned in the United States because of how crazy people are. Yeah, it's over here. All right, today's been a slow day. We went to the card shop, went to a couple other places, but we've just been relaxing. Needed some time to chill. So now we're out and about. The town rolled up at like 8 o'clock. So now we're going to some other spots by the water, looking at some art installations. I was in there earlier, as you saw, but yeah, sorry for a lot of voiceovers, by the way. We're just chilling, vibing, and enjoying what the country has to offer. So let's take a look around and see what we find. I do just want to say, I love how this country actively wants people to come outside and actively enjoy nature and even have stuff for kids or free workout equipment and stuff. It's stuff like that that's beautiful, and we don't have that. Side over here. Good morning. This is the nice, chill atmosphere that I get in this hotel. This hotel has been very good to us. And there's more people in the other rooms, but I'm just in here eating. Worked out some things, and I'll explain that in a little bit, but it's just listen to the atmosphere. So what you see here is stuff that's inside Hotel Atlantic. It's like a little museum. They have a bunch of different whaling stuff spread throughout the lobby and the areas that you eat. It really adds on to the atmosphere of the hotel, and we decided to go for one last walk in the town. All right, well, we're on our way back to the hotel. I had to just stop and do something real quick. It's very windy. It's nice, but very windy, so we're on a little bit of a time crunch too. We just found that out, so I'm running. Alright, since we're leaving this hotel room, let me show this. This is what we ended up in, kind of like a refuge for the last little bit. Because, the hotel room got canceled on us. But, yeah, not bad. There's 2 separate beds. But, yeah, it's pretty alright. Nothing too crazy. Had a really good view of, like, the area. Stuff the windows come out. Just overall nice view. Look at that. This is the last day in Norway, so we decided, since it's Ryman's birthday, to go to Oslo on the way to the airport. Stop in, see what, we can find, maybe pick up a couple more things, and, just to celebrate his birthday. Yeah. Well, everyone, welcome to Oslo. We're here for a couple hour little bit of stopover, and as you can see, it's a little busy. Just a little bit. Yep, who needs them? Over here. Might be up your alley. Out. Know exactly what I'm about. Alright, well, hello everyone and welcome to Outland. Video games, manga, anything nerds. That stuff done by Nerd Forge. Right here. Beautiful. Take a look at this. So, as I've already stated, this store is Outland, and it is in the middle of Oslo. It is a nerd paradise that I was able to find because of Nerd Forge all those years ago when I started watching her. And I never thought the day would come I would end up in Norway and I can look at this nerd paradise that is in the center of the city. They have everything you could think of, from CDs to figures to card stuff to board games to books. The whole second half of the store is just like books, from manga, art books, biographies, you know, D&D, anything you could think of. The store has, and it was pretty cool to walk around and, you know, see it in person. Well, looks like Life Shorts is live and well, I guess. Huh. Did not expect to see this in Oslo. And of course, there's Shadowverse. And I do want to make a quick note, whenever we get the physical box exchange store up and running, there's a lot of these products that we are going to try and have there, and the store layout is very cool and a good idea for the store. Alright, well, welcome to the History Museum of Oslo, everyone. We got like 40 minutes. Let's see what we find. So I didn't get much in there, but oh geez. But yeah, as you can hear, town's alive and well. So let's just get back on the train. Okay, we took a slight detour. We are in Neo Tokyo. These are some people we ran across over at RetroMessa, and well, let's take a look around their store and see what they got. And this is the last store we ended up going to in Oslo. This is a store called Neo Tokyo, and I ended up meeting them over at RetroMessa, and I had no idea they had a store in Oslo. We were coming back from the History Museum walking and talking, and at the corner of my eye, I just happened to see that there was a sign on this big building, and this is like inside of a shopping mall too, that I didn't even see. I just happened to see the sign that I looked in, and it just turned out to be a shopping mall. I really like that stealth like build for that, but this store had a lot of different things. I ended up buying a bunch of souvenirs for friends and family while I was here, and it's a really cool store, and if you're in the area, please check them out and support them.
Well, this is basically the end of the vlog. It's the next day. We're at the hotel that's right outside the airport, as you can see. You're going to hear a lot of planes going back and forth, but it was fun. Norway was a very good time. We had it was a blast. It was a nice, needed vacation I needed, and we got to celebrate Ryman's birthday a little while we were here. But yeah, this is the hotel room we're gonna stay in. Bathrooms over there, and then get a nice little thing of the airport. Look how beautiful that is. Yeah, you get to go out there and take pictures and do all that stuff. Saw people taking photography yesterday. Kind of cool. But yeah, this might be it. We might have some like outro footage, but unless something interesting happens, that's it. So let me know what you guys think of everything, the voiceovers, everything you saw. I have a couple of videos of RetroMessa coming out, and yeah, besides that, I love you all, I appreciate you all, and we will see you next time.